Hi, welcome to the Emperor Penguin Tarot channel. Today we'll be doing some picker cards. We'll be doing this based on your type of energy, meaning that if you are a cardinal sign, such as Aries, Cancer, Libra, or Capricorn, then please listen out for that. If you are a fixed sign, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, then that is yours. Or if you're a mutable sign, such as Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, or Pisces, then please listen to those. The readings will also be based mostly on your sun, moon, and rising signs. So if any of those resonate, take a look at what your sun sign is, your moon, your rising, and go and try to mesh those readings together. Okay, so let's start. So we'll be starting with the cardinal signs. So this applies to you if you are an Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And we have 3 piles. So if you'd like to pause the video here for a second and think about which pile to choose or which one feels best for you. If you need help deciding, there's 3 penguins here. The gentleman penguin, the baby penguin, and the skiing penguin. And I'll give you just pause the video for like 30 seconds or so and then decide. Okay, pile number 1. If you chose pile number 1, the gentleman penguin, we will start with a few kind of clarifiers, I suppose, or guidance cards. So I'm using 3 different decks. We have the Angels and Ancestors here at the bottom. We have the Mystical Penguin Tarot second. And we have a regular Pokemon card, which, I don't know, I just threw in there for fun because I like reading Pokemon cards, as if they were tarot oracle cards as well. It's pretty neat. So let's go ahead. Your Pokemon, grass energy. So for you, the month of October is all about renewal. I think this applies a lot to the water signs, especially if you're Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It is a time of great restoration and rest, recuperation, all of these synonyms. It's also a good time to consider going outside more, being in nature with the grass type. I don't know, go to your local park, go on a hike, climbing, something along those lines. I think that will help you a lot to really put into motion the month of October for yourself. We're going to go with the Angels and Ancestors next, which is Stargazer. And I really like this card because this card is telling you that you have a lot of potential that you are kind of squandering. You're not really using your abilities in the best way, or to your highest capacity. And the Stargazer is telling you, look up to the stars. That's how far you can go. It's endless. The universe is endless, and you can go as far as you want to go, but it's up to you. It's sure, we have limitations from society and from our communities. In the end, whatever you want for yourself is completely down to you putting in the effort and you researching and you finding out how to do something and how to get there. All right, and for your tarot, we have the 10 of Pentacles, which is amazing. This is wealth in its highest form. It's family being plentiful. If you can see here in the picture, it's a baby penguin, mother, father, grandparent. It's having everything you ever wanted in your life and reaching a place of where nothing is missing really for you. Nothing, you don't lack anything. This is a very great card for you cardinal signs in the month of October, and I hope that you really decide to go forward with this. Whatever you're thinking about doing here. But I will say, yeah, there's two interesting concepts here, which is the earth. So you've got grass, you've got pentacles that represent the earth, and then you also have the sky. So if we look at this as in an earth, sea, and sky kind of dynamic, the sea is missing. So that spirituality, the emotional aspect, perhaps I wouldn't say it's lacking. I'm just saying it's not as present as it normally would be. That could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. So just keep an eye on that. Maybe there's something where walking away from spiritually, walking away from emotionally, or hiding, or refusing to see. So I would keep an eye on that. But I think that's all I have for pile 1. So thank you so much, and have a great October. Hey, pile number 2. If you chose pile number 2, cardinal signs, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, Aries, this one is for you. We're going to start with a Pokemon card, which I think is quite fun to put in Pokemon cards in there. I've previously done this elsewhere, just made my own deck and thought, hey, why not? Then we have the Mystical Penguin Tarot here, and the Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards. Right, so let's get into it. This is for the month of October for cardinal signs, pile number 2. Your Pokemon card is Fairy Energy. Wow. This is great. Fairy Energy is really about having a lot of fun, meeting with your friends. If you're a Pokemon fan and you remember like Clefairy and how Clefairy's getting into groups and dance around the moonlight at the dead of night, this is that energy. This is party. This is just whimsical nature. So I feel like October could be a very fun, kind of unhinged month for you. I don't know, good or bad, you decide. Then we have, for your tarot card, the 7 of Wands. Very interesting. Okay, fairies do get into a lot of fights, right? I'm sure you know this. But with Jigglypuff and Clefairy, they get into a lot of fights. And 7 of Wands is kind of alluding to that there is some sort of conflict, or you having to defend yourself from accusations or an argument, or maybe you've been put into that situation. You're not the instigator, but you're also not the direct victim. You've kind of been placed in the middle. That's what I'm getting for October for you. So I would be very careful who you're hanging around with or what situations you're getting into. Yeah, conflict. Be careful there. And for your angels and ancestors, we have the Lady. And this is very curious because for pile 1, they got a lot of earthy cards as well. And here, the Angels and Ancestors card, Lady, is about enjoying the rewards. You've sown your seeds previously, and October is now the time to enjoy that. And I guess that's why the fairy energy comes up. Is like you've been struggling and working and really putting in your effort into whatever you've been doing, be that work or personal things. And she's telling you, hey, time to calm down, time to relax a bit and actually enjoy yourself. Go out or spend a little bit on leisure time activities, or go on a holiday, like spend time, especially with the Lady, like spend time with family as well. When I get earth cards, it's usually a lot to do with spending time with family. So I think that is the message for you for October for pile 2. If you'd like to leave any questions or comments in the comments below, please do so. But apart from that, have a great October, and I will see you next time. Hi, pile number 3. If you chose the Skier Penguin, this is for you. For cardinal signs, Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. We're going to start with a Pokemon card, which I have my own deck of just regular Pokemon cards. There is no like official tarot or oracle deck for Pokemon. I've kind of just chosen a few select, and by a few I mean a few, like 30, 40. So yeah, that would be the first card. The second one is Mystical Penguin Tarot, and the one at the bottom is the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck. All right, so this is for the month of October. So let's start with your Pokemon card, which is Dusclops. This is typically a ghost type. And Dusclops, to me, represents a very heavy energy, very dark, mysterious, but not in a good way. It's kind of like there's a lot of confusion, there's a lot of self-doubt, and kind of more of a negative mindset with Dusclops. So I think October is a good time to really get your mental affairs in order. If you feel you're being burdened or being overwhelmed now, this is being filmed September, then start working on it now so you don't see any heavy repercussions in October. So October at the moment seems to be a bit more heavy for pile 3. And perhaps this is it. 5 of Wands, competition, trying to stand out, people not working with you but working against you. Maybe because they don't want to see you succeed, or they don't want you to see you in a certain position. Definitely October is linked here with this heavy energy of anxiety and self-doubt, and then being in a space of competition or a space of strife and conflict. Lastly, Angels and Ancestors. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. The trader is about exchanging energy. This card says to create abundance, which is fair. Here, we're not really trying to create abundance. We're trying to create a neutral ground, at least. The minimum is a neutral ground. So we're not having to deal with this conflict here. So there's something energetically that you can do. I don't know if you meditate, or if you go to a place of worship, or whatever it is you might do, to start meditating or praying about how to go from this kind of negative mindset or negative place to somewhere of a higher vibration, or at least a neutral place, like I said before. So for you, pile 3, October seems a bit rocky, but there is a way out with the trader. There's always something you can change or switch up, which is what the trader is telling you. Switch it up. There is something you need to do to create a neutral space for that you can later build upon to create this abundance. Also, like with the imagery on the trader, it's about textiles, and I feel like you could benefit a lot from knitting or sewing or something along those lines, and places that have that kind of homey feel to them. When you curl up in a blanket, that kind of thing is what you need right now. But apart from that, that's all I have for you, pile number 3, Cardinal Signs. Thank you so much. I wish you the best for October, and let me know how you deal with whatever situation this might be. All right, take care. Thank you. Hi, fixed signs. How are you doing? If you are a Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius, this is the piles for you. We have pile number 1 with this kind of winking baby penguin. Then we have pile number 2 with a very happy toddler penguin, tiny little fish bag thing. And pile number 3 would be the sleepy winking penguin, baby penguin. So yeah, if you want to take a few seconds to pause the video here and decide on your pile, get a feel for each one, and then skip ahead right to your pile. Thank you. Hi, pile number one. So today we have for you, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. Gosh, those are hard to remember sometimes. The first card on top is a Pokemon card, a regular Pokemon card from the trading card game. I have my own personal reading deck for that. So there's one card for you. Then we have the Mystical Penguin Tarot, and underneath we have the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck. So without further ado, let's get into it. Your Pokemon card is Psyduck. So this is very interesting. You've got one of the Cardinal Piles also got this. So for you fixed signs that chose this pile number one, Psyduck is all about being confused. But it's kind of like it's not intentional, and it's not something you put yourself, it's not a situation you put yourself into. This is kind of like the circumstances have led to you being in a very strange place and a very confused mindset for the month of October. And by the description on this card, it says both Pokemon are now confused when you use this move. This means that it's not just you in this place, but also close people around you are also like, why is this going on, or what's going on? In reference to your situation, everyone seems to be on the same page of, huh? So don't worry too much. October seems to be a bit shaky. Let's look at the tarot. We have the Five of Swords. I'm not going to read reversals because the oracles kind of tell me to the kind of vibe, and this is already a confused vibe. And Five of Swords is also like, yeah, what am I doing? Well, I have a lot of ideas and I don't know where to put them. And even the penguins here, this one is kind of like lost, kind of flippers to face, hands to face, kind of saying, what am I doing here? This one's wandering around, just doing whatever. And this one is trying to pick up the swords, like trying to pick up the pieces or trying to piece together a puzzle in your head. Something in October is going to bring you at least some sort of mental puzzle or mental, perhaps, stagnation of some sort that you need to figure out. So it's a huge challenge. The month of October is what I'm getting from this, is there's this huge challenge waiting for you. Let's see the advice. I like this. The Mother Earth is telling you, yes, you have a huge challenge ahead of you, but you're not alone. Even when you feel like no one is there for you, or the situation seems to be a dead end, it's not. There are people out there who are looking out for you. There's spirit guides looking out specifically for you the month of October. So even if you are confused, if you are this lost, allow yourself to be lost. I think October's like, allow yourself to not put yourself down, because at the end, moving forward after October, you will find a way out. So yes, the Mother Earth here also is looking at, there's a lot of moon symbology. This is actually hard to see. Let's see. Yeah, in the top right corner, do you see there's this huge Mother Earth symbol, but with moons, and there's a crescent moon on her forehead, and butterflies. So it's a lot of intuition. You kind of have to allow yourself to be guided through it. Perhaps you don't know yourself exactly where to go or what to do. So it's kind of like, listen to the signs, look out for the symbols, pay attention to your intuition, and pay attention to the feminine figures in your life, especially mum, grandma, auntie, your best friend. And hopefully October will turn out to be less confusing in this way. So yes, pile number one, thank you so much. And anything you want to say, leave it down in the comments if you want to ask any more questions as well. And I will see you next time. Thanks. Pile number 2. Hi, if you chose the toddler penguin with the little fish baggie, this is for you. We're looking at fixed signs of Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius for the month of October. Here at the top, I have a Pokemon card for you. Yes, a regular trading card game card. Strange to say that. And underneath that, we have the Mystical Penguin Tarot, and finally, the Angels and Ancestors Oracle card. So yeah, let's get into it. Your Pokemon card is Electabuzz. For you fixed signs that chose pile number 2, October is going to be heavily charged with a lot of activity, perhaps a bit aggressive, perhaps some sort of conflict. This is more of a kind of you being by yourself and kind of suffering this by yourself. Perhaps, maybe it's a perspective that only you have that seems to put you on edge or make you angry about a situation. And you might not find people who relate to this. You might be put in a on the spot kind of situation. So let's go see what the tarot says about that. Yeah, 8 of Swords. I think you're going to be in a bind. You're going to be in a situation that really makes you feel very alone or very, very apart from everyone else in terms of maybe it's emotionally, maybe it's your perspectives, your ideas, but definitely it's a mental space with the swords. We have you in a situation or thinking about something that seems to put you far away from society. So I think at the moment, October's saying you might have to fight for your position in a way. With Electabuzz and the 8 of Swords, you might have to fight. Electabuzz knows, in this card, he knows a move called Haymaker, very famous boxing move. It's a very powerful punch, isn't it? So I think you have to kind of be wary of getting into a situation where you are cornered. You are by yourself. Lastly, the Angels and Ancestors. Oh, okay. This gives me more of a clue. This is about your perception. Remember I was saying there's something about an idea you have. The Air Guardians specifically appears to you and tells you, hey, I understand your idea. I'm not for or against your idea, but we need to shift that. We need to shift your perspective a bit. There is something you are not seeing you're not seeing, or maybe you understand it a different way to everyone else, that puts you in this situation of alienation, of anger, of, like, in general, a struggle. And the Air Guardian's telling you, let's try and swap that out. Sorry, I just shook the camera there for a bit. So definitely October for you, pile number 2 is let's work on seeing things from a different perspective. Let's try and change our mentality just a little bit. It's not telling you to change who you are. It's telling you this situation that arises in October is not something you are thinking completely straight about. I think this is either gather more information before you make a decision, or listen to other people's perspectives before you make up your mind. Because I feel like if you don't do that, then you put yourself in a bind. Quite literally. You either put yourself in a bind or you put yourself in a corner. So pile number 2, I think that is all for you for October. I wish you the best of luck. Please, if you have anything to comment, let me know. Any questions as well, and I will see you next time. Thank you. Pile number 3. Hi, pile number 3. If you are a fixed sign, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, this reading is for you. We have here, first card is a Pokemon card from the Pokemon trading card game. It is just a regular card. Made my own deck for that. So there you go. Second card here is the Mystical Penguin Tarot, and underneath is the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck. And we'll be using all three to get a feel of what October is bringing for you. So yeah, let's get into it. Your Pokemon card is Water Energy. So this is, I feel this reading is specific to Scorpio, being the fixed water sign. So if you're a Scorpio, do pay heavy attention to this, I would say. But in general, when it comes to water, it's all about fluidity and spirituality and letting things flow as they naturally should, right? We're not putting in too much effort, we're not putting in too little either. We're not stagnating the water, but we're not letting it rush and flood. So October, let's pay attention to our emotions, let's pay attention to our intuition, and try to keep some sort of balance. I think that's the key word for October so far for you is balance. Next, we have the tarot, which is the Two of Wands, which, yeah, I think this is great for you fixed signs. There is some sort of agreement here with the Two of Wands. It's also about, when we talk about the number 2 in tarot or in a regular, what do you call it again? Just regular playing cards, you can read with those as well. Number 2 is about balance, it's about duality. And with the wands, we have something about some sort of action or some sort of creative aspect for you in the month of October. So there will be kind of an opportunity for that. And it works great in tandem with the water energy, which is about intuition and feeling your emotions and keeping that balance. We've talked about balance twice here. So yeah, October seems to be a great time for creativity. And finally, Spirit Fox. Yeah, this is about you might be going through a time that seems difficult. It's not that the time is difficult, it's that there's a change. And sometimes changes can be quite hard for some people, or that specific event can be quite hard to overcome. And a Spirit Fox is like saying, you've got it. You have what it takes to get through this challenge, so don't doubt yourself. This is about not doubting yourself. And here it says, trust your talents in changing times. So definitely watch out for that. If you're a water sun, so Scorpio sun, you see the fox has like a sun kind of tattoo kind of thing. I think this applies way more to you. There's going to be some sort of change that's going to see how well you balance things. How well do you get out of a rut with your creative abilities? So pile number 3, thank you so much. If you have any questions or any comments you want to leave, please do so, and I will see you next time. So thanks. Hi everyone, this is a reading for the mutable signs of Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. If you are any of these in your sun, moon, or rising, then this is definitely for you. We have pile number 1 will be this penguin with headphones and rucksack, a little satchel bag. Pile number 2 will be the gentleman penguin. And pile number 3 will be this sleepyhead penguin. For some reason, this one doesn't stand up ever, so yeah, maybe that's you, I don't know. But yeah, if you want to take a second or two to feel which pile you want, pause the video here and then go ahead and skip to the pile that you want. Thanks. Hi, pile number 1. This is a reading for you mutable signs, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces for the month of October, and you've chosen the penguin that can't stand the headphones and satchel, kind of just probably saying hi or just vibing to the music, I don't know. And we have 3 cards for you in this pile. We have a Pokemon card from the trading card game, which I've made my own custom deck for reading specifically. Yes, I play this as well. Second card is Mystical Penguin Tarot, and the one underneath is the Angels and Ancestors Oracle card. So without further ado, let's go into it. Your Pokemon card is Deerling, the spring version of Deerling. So for you, I think October is about getting out and meeting people, because that's what Deerling is about in this specific card. It's about finding friends. So definitely October is a good month for you to make new connections. Doesn't necessarily have to be friends, but I think that's the focus, is extending your network in some way, and friends is one of the best ways to do that. You should make more friends. If you aren't looking for friends, then definitely it is a time to spend time with the friends you do have and go out, have fun, do some leisure time activities. I don't know what you do, dance, bowling, whatever it is. Tarot card is the Two of Swords, which is very interesting, because here we have find a friend, but then we have the Two of Swords, which is all about being very indecisive and not knowing where to go, what to do, what to pick. Do I pick A or B? Do I skip A and B and just go straight to C? But it's also not having the knowledge or the foresight to make an informed decision. So this is really relying on your intuition heavily. Try not to make decisions too logically, which is kind of strange to say, but yeah, I think this, we'll see what's the advice. Interesting. Well, this card, Great Teacher, it's about spiritual experiences, and I think there's some sort of spiritual growth to be had here. Also some very personal growth in terms of the people you make friends with. I think that's the key here. There's something about a friendship that you might be indecisive about. You're on the fence. Maybe this could be either a bad friend that people telling you to stay away from or to cut ties with, or this could be a very good friend that people have a negative perspective of, which is unfounded, right? I think those are the two sides of the coin. And this October month for you, mutable signs that have chosen this is definitely there's a huge learning curve to go up against right in October. So I'd say be wary if you do make new friends, and if you do make new connections, try to figure out who they are by yourself. Try not to let other people decide for you or speak for you. This is very much you getting into a growth mindset spiritually as well, to understand who should be your friend and who should not. Who should you let into the inner circle and who should you not let in, right? I think that's about it for pile number 1. If you have any questions, if you had any comments, then leave them down below. I wish you the best for October, and I will see you next time. Thank you. Hi, pile number 2. If you've chosen the Gentleman Penguin, then this is a reading for you. Mutable signs of Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, or Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising, for the month of October. So definitely look out for that, especially if your rising sign is one of these. That's very important for you. And we'll be going with 3 different cards. The first one is a regular Pokemon card. The second one is Mystical Penguin Tarot. And the last one is the Angels and Ancestors Oracle. So let's head right into it. for the month of October, your Pokemon card is Chatot. I really like Chatot. It's such a this is a normal type. It's a bird, a musical bird. And whenever I do readings, it's kind of like, you're in a good spot. I think for you, October is it's just it's not that it's bad. It's just it's a normal time. It's a restful time. It's I really like the first move. It's minor errand running. That is the kind of energy for October for you. You're just going to live life peacefully and do your day to day and go to work, go home, hang out with friends. It's all going to be a very regular, regular but peaceful in a good way. It's just gonna vibe, and I like that. Your tarot card is the Ace of Cups. Great. I think this is a great time for really starting a journey inwards, right? With the ace is always a start of something or something that's very powerful at the beginning. And for cups, we have emotions and spirituality. And I think this would be a very good time for you to start some sort of meditative practice, or perhaps if you have certain beliefs or a religion, to really dive a bit deeper into that, maybe go to your place of worship. That's very good for this. This is also a great time for you in October to explore therapy. So maybe there's an issue you had in the past that's still ongoing, and now you're in a good space. You're in a good space, and you're in a good mindset and a good space to finally say, hey, I've calmed down now. I can tackle this issue so that it doesn't come back in the future, right? So we can learn how to tackle the issues that mental issues that get in our way, or emotional issues, whatever it might be. And lastly, your angel card is the Fire Guardian. So yeah, like I said, if with this you've got fire and water, but they're both saying similar things. One is saying get into something new to vamp up your spiritual self, your emotional self, psychological self. And then you have the Fire Guardian that's like, follow your passions. Start doing those activities that you love to do, or that you've always thought, oh, I should probably do this. I should probably go to swimming, go swimming lessons, swimming with Ace of Cups, go swimming lessons. Perhaps I should start doing acrobatics or like fire breathing. I don't know, something that you like have always held a passion for in your mind or in your heart, but you haven't gone out physically to do it. I think this is a great time. October is a great time for you. So I can't wait to hear about this from you. So I don't know, let me know now or in October how this journey is going for you. I'm excited for you. But yeah, pile number 2, thank you so much, and I will see you all next time. Hello, pile number 3. If you chose the Sleepyhead Penguin, then this is for you, mutable signs of Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. Do listen to this if any of those are in your sun, moon, or rising signs. This particular this particular reading in general is for the month of October, and how things might unfold in that month, or what you might feel, think, etc. Your first card is a Pokemon card from the regular trading card game. I've made a deck for this specifically. The second card is Mystical Penguin Tarot. And lastly, we have the Angels and Ancestors Oracle. So let's not wait around. Let's get right into it and look at your Pokemon card, which is Camping Gear. I think this is in general, this is my like take a trip kind of card for Pokemon in the Pokemon deck. October for you is maybe it's time to go and relax somewhere. It doesn't have to be international. It could just be somewhere local, somewhere in your own country. A national park. It could be camping in a caravan, or it could be, I don't know, whatever you might think of. Maybe you have a weekend away at some sort of bed and breakfast. But definitely this October is a good time for you to do that. Okay, so think about it. If there's a trip you've been wanting to take just to chill out a few days, then go ahead. Your tarot card is Faith. I like this. This is kind of saying there's a spiritual journey waiting for you in October. Perhaps you've been thinking about taking such a thing before, but October is definitely the best time to do this. Or perhaps you taking a trip leads you to find out something about the world that really illuminates your faith or illuminates your beliefs, your hopes, your dreams as well. I really like October for you, pile number 3. It's looking very positive. Let me take this particular card was made by the creator to kind of substitute, I think it was the Hierophant, but I'm not too sure. So let me just check that. Yes, it is. It's an alternative to the Hierophant. So it's also a good time for learning. It's a good time for perhaps teaching as well. So I would keep an eye out for that. Your last card, the Angel's Ancestors, is the White Witch, which is Be the Light. So this speaks to me of some sort of spiritual awakening that is going to allow you to guide other people. Because that's what the White Witch is about, is guiding other people into a place of peace, joy, love. It's a higher spiritual self. And all 3 cards, if you look at all 3 cards, it has to do with going out into nature. It's going out into some place that you can disconnect from the world for a bit and practice, I don't know, meditation, whatever, prayer, or other religious activity, or other beliefs. This is a great time. October for you is amazing. And then hopefully you're going to come back from that and teach other people or guide other people to get into a similar headspace. And even if this doesn't happen in October, October seems to be the start of a spiritual awakening for you. Mutable signs. Great. I love this for you. Especially because in the mutable signs, you do have the 2 travelers of Gemini, Sagittarius. Any questions, any comments, please leave them down below. I'm very curious to see how October turns out for you, or what you're thinking right now. What are you thinking about this? So please let me know, and I wish you the best of luck. I will see you next time. Thank you so much.